Good morning, guys. It's Sunday, and I want to go over how GameStop's doing so great over the weekend. Not just with their Pokemon cards being released, but what's happening with Bitcoin and how it affects GameStop's value. So I want to explain. And I have a whole chart to show you of everything. So let's go to Bitcoin first. So this is Bitcoin. I made this chart for you guys so you guys can actually track and track it in real time. So this purple box here, this is when GameStop announced that they were going to buy Bitcoin, and then they actually executed. The dashed line down here in purple is their buy-in price, $106,000 a coin, and they bought 4,710 Bitcoin. Right here, this solid yellow line is the actual date of quarter two, right here, the cutoff. And you see that it was the lowest at that time. When it hit that, that's where they actually cashed out, as far as they have to put on the sheet how much unrealized gains they have. In this case, they had $28.6 million of unrealized gains. Cool. Added to the bottom of the sheet. Awesome. I'll even show you how that happened. But as we've been going up the whole quarter, we have until this next solid red line, the end of this quarter. So the end of this quarter could be here. And if Bitcoin comes all the way down to the yellow line, if it falls below, then we have a loss. But I don't think we have a loss. As of today, we definitely don't have a loss, right? 125.5 just yesterday. And you're looking at 123 even right now. You're up 11,000 a coin on top of this yellow line. So that's all gains. And at 13.5, just right here at 125.5, that was 13.5 above this line. You're looking at $60 million. So I'm going to meet you halfway there. I'm going to go, we have an increase of 60 million, okay, on Bitcoin unrealized gains as of today. Can they sustain this level? I don't know. We're not in this Bitcoin, winter yet that everybody keeps telling me about. But let's go ahead and look at it from, the actual fundamentals. So I'm going to go ballpark this with you so you can see the effects that Bitcoin will have on the balance sheet. Right now, as we look at, on the balance sheet and income statement, let me say both because people are so adamant about this. So right here, revenue growth, 21%, almost 22%, quarter over quarter. Great. People all want to say that that's because of the Switch 2. I'm going to tell you they're completely wrong. If you look at the increases on collectibles, we had almost $90 million increase on collectibles. Collectibles are going to be a problem. They're a good problem. So 860 is where you're at. I think we beat it. I think we come in on a good number, but let's just say we come in flat on revenue. Boom. And let's just say we do terrible on gross profit. Margins are even less than last year, which it's not possible, but I'll just play your game. Let's say we come in at 255 on gross profit. Remember, I always predict the lowest thing possible so you can surprise me later. So 255 on gross profit. SG&A coming in flat would be 218, but I'm going to bump us up to 220 just to be safe. So about $60 million difference. Is that fair? We're $60 million gained on SG&A. So where does that put us on this backside here? I'm guessing if we're at 220 versus the 255, we're going to be positive. What was that? $35 million? So let's just call it 35 million. And I'm being very fair. And those are conservative numbers. But it's still a flip from negative 24 to positive 35. So now when you have positive 35, let's go across. We had 80 million. Let's add 80 million. So you have 35 and 80 million. Where does that put you? $115 million profit. Now throw in the Bitcoin. Right here, if you see this was Bitcoin last quarter. This year, we're going to have $60 million as of the price right now today. So do you understand that you go from $115 million of profit, then you throw in Bitcoin, now you're at 175 million compared to last year's 17. So yeah, we're up $160 million. Worst case scenario, 160 million. And I'll let you think about what that would do for your trailing 12. If you look right here, we're up 160 on top of that number. So you would be doing $520 million. $520 million, and we still have quarter four to go and plenty of increases to come. And I love this. I love being a part of this company and this investment, and I hope people understand what it is. It's GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Keep pumping Bitcoin, guys. I'm excited for it. But either way, I know the company I own. I know what Bitcoin means. I know what Pokemon means. I know what the new handheld Xbox thing coming out, the new console coming out just in a week. I know about the warrants coming out, and we're all excited. I know about the $9 billion shift over to almost $11 billion worth of cash we're going to have on hand. I know. It's just so many great things. Happy Sunday. Pay attention. We're looking at coming in over $500 million in trailing 12 profit. We're also looking at $170 million this quarter, and that would be a 10x. Yes, 1,000% increase versus last year, same quarter. Wall Street, you taking notes yet? Peace.